So at Dropship Lifestyle, we teach people how to build lifestyle businesses. And according to Wikipedia, the current definition of a lifestyle business is a business set up and run primarily by its founders with the aim of living or maintaining a certain lifestyle. It's meant to be a business which adjusts to the lifestyle so that the founder can live their life as they like and sometimes often already do. The reason I wanted to start this episode with that definition is because I'm going to give you our 21-day plan for building your own Shopify store, not just building a store with web design, but actually launching a business, dropshipping high-ticket products from domestic suppliers. And I wanted to give that caveat first because just because I'm going to show you this, I'm not going to guarantee that this is going to also make you money, any money, or a certain amount of money, whether that be $1 or $10,000 or $100,000 or $1 million, because everybody has a different goal for what they want out of their business when they start. Everyone has a different lifestyle they're either already accustomed to or wants to reach. And even beyond that, everybody will get different results based on what experience level you come in with. Really, I think primarily based on your motivation and determination to do the work and ask questions when you get stuck. So just know, little disclaimer here, there's no income claims, there's no guarantees. By the way, anyone that gives you one is lying. Nobody can guarantee you're going to make a certain amount of money. But what I can guarantee is that I will give you the steps for what you should do over these next 21 days if you want to launch your own Shopify store with suppliers, with traffic, with a nice looking store ready for the sales to come in. Again, as long as you keep doing the work and stick with this. So with that being said, what I want to share with you today is our 21-day zero to launch plan. This is something that is available for Dropship Lifestyle members located in the bonus section of our members area. But for everybody listening to this episode right now, I want to take you through it so you can actually have a guide to follow over these next 3 weeks. And also just know this isn't something that's going to have you awake at 4 a.m., drinking coffee, sitting at the computer, stressed out, trying to push through this. This is something where if you can commit between 2 and 3 hours a day, even as a beginner, you should be able to follow along with these steps and keep up. Let's go ahead and start right at the beginning with day 1 tasks. And what I recommend everybody do on the first day, once they decide, yes, I'm serious about this, yes, this is for me, is decide what type of business entity they want to start with. Now, the general ones that people will choose from is a sole proprietor, meaning you're doing business as yourself, an LLC, or an S corporation. Now, there are pros and cons to either of them. The sole proprietorship, you're basically just starting and doing business as yourself. Whereas if you want to form an LLC or an S corporation, there is a bit of paperwork involved online. Typically, it costs around $100. But in my opinion, for most people, it's worth forming one of those business entities, not just for the legal liability protection, but also because it keeps your finances separate from your business. Of course, as long as you do things correctly. But I do recommend making this decision sooner rather than later, because that's going to help you be able to actually reach out to suppliers and know where you're coming from. Are you calling from your company stores LLC, or are you calling as yourself? Another thing I recommend you do on the first day is apply for an EIN number. Now, this is US specific, but this is basically your tax ID number, which pretty much all suppliers are going to ask of you. And you can get this for free online at the irs.gov website. Now, if you're in a state where sales tax is required, I would also recommend going online and applying for a sales tax certificate in the state where you and your business will be operating from. After that, we can move on to days 2 and 3 of the process, which is where I'm going to bundle things together. Because what I want you to do here is brainstorm over 50 different niche ideas. Now, you can make this on a notes app in your phone. You can make this in a Google Sheet online, which is what I do, or you can get a pen and paper and just start writing ideas down. I've done many different lessons on niche selection, so if you need help with that, I'll link to them. I also have a free report of the top 500 dropshipping niches, so if you would like that, that'll be linked in this episode's description. But that's what you want to do on days 2 and 3. Brainstorm at least 50 different niche ideas, because on days 4, 5, and 6, what we're going to be doing is actually getting out there and doing market research online. We're going to take our list of over 50 niches and we're going to put them through a series of tests to find which ones are worth our time. Because if you're going to be investing your time and energy into your business, I don't want you just to pick something randomly. Maybe you see something online and say, yeah, I'll sell this. No, do the research first, commit 3 days to it. That way you will have a high probability of having a winning niche, and you will not waste weeks and months and years going forward with something that is not likely to succeed. Now, by day 7, you will already have your first winning niche, and then it's time to move on to building your store. Now, we use Shopify. I have a Shopify tutorial on YouTube I can link you to. Of course, if you're a member of Dropship Lifestyle and the Blueprint, just go through Module 3. But this is where you're going to set up your store, and specifically what I call a demo store. Now, a demo store is going to be the same URL as your real store. It's going to be the same theme, the same logo, the same everything. But because you don't have actual products to sell yet, you're going to upload what I call demo products. The reason we're putting these on the store is not to trick anybody, but it's so that when we move on to days 11 through 15 and we contact suppliers, we can tell them, hey, this is Anton calling from mystore.com. If you want to go look at the site, you can see how it currently looks right now. We are planning on officially launching on X date in the future. We would love to work with you because of reasons X, Y, and Z. They can go to your store. They can envision what their products would look like on it. They can authorize you to become a dealer for their products, send you their product information, and you can get their products uploaded to your store. Now, an important thing I want to mention before we move on to the next days is that even though your goal should be to be authorized to sell for all of the quality brands within your niche, to go live and to actually set up traffic, my advice is start when you have your first 2 supplier approvals. When you're authorized to sell for 2 brands, aka suppliers, you upload their products to your Shopify store, then you are ready to turn on traffic. That does not mean your job is done, because in the background, you're still going to be adding more and more suppliers, more and more products to your store as more and more approvals come in. Okay, with that being said, what we're going to do on days 16, 17, and 18 is what I call optimize for conversions. Because it's one thing to build a gorgeous store, it's another thing to upload high quality products, but we know as dropshippers, we are not the only people selling these products. We obviously have competition, and that is a good thing. It means people actually want to buy these things or else nobody would be selling them, but it also means we need to stand out and make a reason for people to choose us over our competitors. And again, that's what days 16, 17, and 18 are all about, optimizing for conversions. This is all covered, by the way, in Module 5 of the Dropship Blueprint. To give you an idea, though, of some of the things that we do, you could see them right now on the screen if you're watching the video version. We are installing an urgency app, and we are adding expiring discount codes, and not fake ones, by the way, but real discount codes that actually expire and reset on different days. We're going to modify our content page templates. We're going to set up our social media pages to build social proof. We're going to install Shopify email so that we can actually have abandoned cart follow-ups and all of our email systems in place. We're going to set up actions for bounced visits and abandoned carts. We're going to set up Shop Pay installments so people can pay via financing and we get the money right away. And that's just some of what we're going to be working on over these days, 16, 17, 18. Now, your store will be set up. It'll look great. You'll have a great niche that you verified through your market research. You'll have product pages optimized for conversions. And then, and only then, is it time to set up traffic. And that's what we're going to do in days 19, 20, and 21. Specifically, the first thing we're going to do is go through my compliance checklist to make sure everything is kosher so that you're not going to get banned by Meta or Google, at least not anything that is permanent. Maybe you make an error you could fix, but we're going to get all the big things out of the way by reviewing my compliance checklist. Then on day 19, you're going to set up your Google Ads account, your Google Search Console account, and your Google Merch Center account. On day 20, you're going to sign up for Bing Ads, Webmaster Tools, and Microsoft Merchant Center and create your first Bing shopping campaign. And then finally, on day 21, you're going to sign up for Facebook Business Manager and create your first Facebook remarketing campaign. Now, again, you're not going to have, at this point, it's very soon, 21 days is coming quick. You're not going to have all the suppliers in the world. Your site isn't going to be as perfect as you want it to be, but you will have at least 2 suppliers on your store with real products. You'll be set up to take payments from those customers. Your store will be optimized for conversions, and you will have quality traffic coming in from Google Ads with quality remarketing ads happening on Meta. This is how you can launch a store in 21 days. Again, I'm not going to tell you that this store is going to make you X amount of dollars, but I will tell you this store is set up for success. While I still have you here, I want to let you know about something we have coming up very soon. In fact, it starts Saturday, August 10th. And that is our 21-day launch challenge, which we are doing live. So if you want to go through the whole process of everything I just shared directly with me, where my team is going to build your store for you, so you can skip that part. If that gives you any fear or anxiety, don't worry, we will build it for you. Where you're also going to get 4 mastermind calls with me, and where you're going to get daily action tasks, plus follow-ups directly from me in a private Discord community. We have this officially starting, first time ever, we're doing this live, Saturday, August 10th, and it's gonna go through Friday, August 30th. These are the 21 days that I just outlined with you, except instead of going through it alone, again, we're gonna go through it daily together, where my team will also build your store, where I personally will also verify your niche, and where over these 21 days, we will have 4 mastermind calls together to make sure all your questions are answered, to make sure you don't get stuck, and to make sure you stay accountable. So if that sounds good for you, again, this is very limited since it is live. After we get to actually Friday, August 9th, we're gonna close registrations because we are kicking this thing off with the first ever group. Again, Saturday, August 10th. So if you're interested in that, you want to go through this live with me, you want my team to build your store, look for a link in the description, click it, and as long as you see that and click that link before Friday, August 9th, that link will work, and you'll be able to get enrolled in our first ever 21-day launch challenge. Also, if you have any questions on anything I covered today, leave it as a comment below. You can do that on YouTube or now also available on Spotify podcasts if you're watching it there. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate you, and I will talk to you in the next episode here on Dropship Lifestyle.